And now, back to PTR Radio.
I made a little list of some of the things that you discussed. Bestiality, abortion, AIDS, Irishmen who drink, nuns, premature ejaculation, breastfeeding, and farts.
This is PTR Radio.
And welcome, everybody, to another edition of PTR Radio here on the fabulous interweb. And before we get started, welcome to all the Twitchers and the Tweakers and whatever other monikers you go by. Yes.
Not only did you upgrade to a beta version of the broadcast software, you're also going to a new video outlet at the same time?
Yeah. That's how you solve problems. You add more potential errors.
Do you really feel like walking through hell with gasoline-soaked boxers on?
Well, why? It keeps everything fun and exciting here.
I don't subscribe to that whole, you need to be kept on your toes. We need to be kept on... No, it's nice to relax.
It is nice
It's
to relax.
nice to just know that you don't have to worry about crap.
Well, I mean, I guess you don't have to. But isn't it nice to just worry about, hey, everything could come crumbling down at any moment, and the studio could catch on fire.
So you mean basically be Bernie Sanders?
Yeah. No. We're Hillary Clinton because we're doing this bitch again. You know, didn't work out last time, but let's do it again.
No. Nope.
So,
that's as political as we get.
Not only was that more political than we were supposed to get, it was also really old.
But it's news.
What about that Truman?
I know. Damn Capote.
Think he's gonna be able to beat Dewey?
So the big question for tonight, though, is, Colin, what game are you going to be playing while Mike and I do the show?
I'm doing the try not to dribble because I went to the dentist before this and I got a filling. So I would numb right here.
Well, yeah, sure.
So,
and that's working.
Yeah. See, look, that's working tonight. You're not all pixelated, 93, 3.5-inch drive disc camera thing.
That is because I actually got some sleep.
Yeah. Well, that's
Finally.
good. I'm glad.
Sleep is important.
And I can see by looking at your room that you're broadcasting again tonight without any pants on, because those are behind you. So it's a good thing we only see you from your shirt up.
No, actually, Mama Blair, avert your eyes. No, those are not. No, that's actually just paper from a box. In fact, I don't know. Let's see how long my headphone cord is. Hold on.
Really?
Nope, it's not that long. That's all right. Hold on. I'll take these off. I don't have to hear you while I go over there.
I love the misconceptions about Mike's room because of the camera. So first, Mike had lube behind him over his left shoulder.
I hate the misconceptions about my show. Here, hold on a minute. So this, it's just paper, right? Because I had to buy 4 of these.
Oh, ceiling panels.
Picture frames.
Oh, picture frames. Yeah. So
right from IKEA, because I needed to create a new DJ facade before Saturday.
Yeah.
For the event. So
that's what
the paper was in with the frames.
So, but I just love the misconception. So Mike had lube on his table, which turned out to be BioFreeze, which would have been the worst lube in the world. We thought you had pants.
I have a spike torture device over here. Yeah. From the spare roller from the torture rack.
Yeah.
Sure, why not? What else do I have that you can misconstrue here? I have foot powder.
Well, that's just
Would you like to
old. So
I have Joey Tribbiani wearing all of the clothes.
What, you have a Funko Pop of Joey Tribbiani?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that one was out there.
Hold on. Actually, I got two. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah.
This is the stupidest part of the show we've ever done.
I beg to differ. We have done much stupider shows.
Because I have... There. Because I have the Boondock Saints ones that you sent me for my birthday, I think. Right?
Yep.
So I have...
Okay, yeah.
Joey Tribbiani wearing all of the clothes because this is the greatest Friends episode ever.
Okay.
Could I be wearing any more clothes? And then I got
Quint. Yes.
Quint from Jaws because the danger of showing this on camera.
Yes, there's a big danger, which we won't go into.
Beetlejuice.
Yes. So
it's like Beetlejuice. We don't want to talk about it.
No. But so yeah.
Yeah.
But Mike, I think you missed it. I said we have done dumber shows. Most certainly, we've done dumber shows than this.
We have.
Yeah.
I believe we spent an entire hour talking about Helen Keller one time.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, for those of you that aren't familiar with the show on Twitch, you can go to PTRradio.com, sign up for a podcast feed, and download over 200 previous episodes of PTR Radio. Almost 10, there's 10 years in our total vault that we have been doing this silliness in one form or another. So, yeah.
Yeah, probably best to keep to this form than the other.
This form much better than the previous forms, I think.
Yeah.
It's the best. This is the best form of Digimon we've taken yet.
Yes. Although, if you go to the oldest ones, you're more likely to find drunk people than you would on much newer.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't even direct them to the episode where I got drunk with your sister.
Yeah, I will say doorway is involved.
Yeah. So, anyway. But that's what you get. You get three guys. I'm Shaggy.
I'm Colin.
I'm Mike the Apeman.
And we're here to just talk about everything and anything. And traditionally, during the last half hour of the show, we do a double feature movie review. But because this week we have so many things to talk about, that's not going to happen this week. And that segment
that's why.
Is typically, inspired by Netflix and Amazon's, hey, you watch this piece of garbage show, so you may also like these pieces of trash.
It only takes one piece of crap movie.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, you're
in a turd spiral.
You're foobarred.
So yeah. If you have a suggestion for the show, we take them, show at ptrradio.com. You can also chime in on your comments for Facebook or Twitch or Twitter at PTR Radio on any of those fine platforms. And Mike is watching your comments, and they may even come in. Can we vote for your dumbest episode? I don't even know where to start. I don't know where to start.
No, the Colin show, for example, is not our dumbest episode.
It can't be called our episode because it's just yours.
It was still an episode because nobody else was around.
That may honestly be the most infamous episode, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's definitely referenced more than anything else.
Yeah. Is that necessarily dumb?
Well,
it just wasn't. It was low content.
There was an episode at one time called "A Man Named Chuck." All right, where we talked about a fifth co-host that didn't live. All right, that didn't make it. He made it one episode and then he died. And we talked about him posthumously.
Why don't I even remember that one?
I don't remember that one either.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was there. We have lots of episodes. And they all have great names, too.
Dean Cain, motivational speaker.
One of our most popular episodes. How could we forget it?
I think that was our most popular episode ever. And I think Dean Cain himself actually retweeted about the episode when we posted up.
Yeah. Let's see here. We have tons. Mike can't finger very fast. Let's see here. Oh, Rage Against the Espresso Machine, Vegans on Parade, Flip Phone Flip Out.
Vegans on Parade. Let me start by saying, just issuing a blanket apology. If you're a vegan, chances are I am going to offend you.
That's it. There was
So
the episode.
let me just...
Yeah. There was an episode where I was on vacation. You guys spent the entire episode coming up with reasons why I wasn't there.
Yeah, that was a good one. At least the first hour was spent doing that. Caution, world may contain nuts. Get out of my park, you street urchin. This is just in the last couple of years.
So I have a question. Going back to the movie review question. So off and on, we've been talking about Disney Plus.
Yeah.
The question is, so have you two gotten Disney Plus?
Mike, you first. Nope. Not on the bandwagon.
All right, so I was actually talking to somebody about it this past week, and I missed out on the pre-offer, which was the best deal, where I guess you prepay for a year and you get a year or whatever, right? Or you prepay for 6 months. Basically, you doubled your time.
Yeah.
I missed out on that, so I said, you know what? I'm going to wait and see if there's any kind of deals around Christmas, if they do like a Black Friday type deal, and if I can get something like that, maybe not for the full term. You know, I'm not looking for a whole year, but if I can get like, okay, prepay for 3 months, you get 3 months or whatever, then maybe I'll do it.
The reason I asked,
I also said I am not going to do this for just one show. Like the person I was talking to tried to sell me on getting it because of The Mandalorian. I said, I am not going to subscribe to a service for one freaking show. That's the whole reason I didn't get CBS All Access. I'm not getting it just for Star Trek. Now they got Picard. I'm like, damn you! Now you're really.
Now I'll answer. So I was very interested in it because we have young kids that come to the house. So I was adamant. I looked for deals. I scoured the internet. Way ahead of time. I compared everything. It's like, $347 a month for, per month. Basically, the buy 1 year, get another one. Oh, I even found cheap enough where you get my 3 years, for the price of 1 year. So I compared and I contrasted, and then I procrastinated, and I got none of those. All right. So I paid basically full price for a whole year, not thinking like Mike that they might have a sale afterwards. So I'm the idiot that they're counting on to make all their profits, who paid full price. All right. So I'm sucked in for a year now. I think that it was the most convoluted sign-up process in the world. But I do know that it works because the other day I spent time and watched Captain Marvel on Disney Plus, knowing that I had Captain Marvel on at least one other streaming service, and I had it on Plex, and so I could have watched it many different ways. But no, I watched it on Disney Plus to help justify Disney Plus.
Now, see, here's the other thing. Once the other Marvel shows start coming out, that will be more of an incentive for me, because I've already said WandaVision is possibly reason enough for me to get Disney Plus, because loves me some Scarlet Witch. So you take that with The Mandalorian. So once they start putting out the Marvel content, that will be more of an incentive for me. Like, I know it's going to happen. It's not like, okay, we're announcing this, but it may not happen ever. No, I know it's going to happen. I know all of those shows that they announced are going to come out. Once that library has built up a little bit, then I will consider it, because then I'll know at least I have that much to go on.
Right.
So the reason I asked was I was wondering if we should start looking at some really old bad Disney movies and throwing them on the list.
Sorry. I pressed the button, but it's the wrong button.
Because right now our movie reviews are Amazon and Netflix. Right. We haven't added anybody else. So
True.
One thing I will say about Disney Plus is, and I got it on the D23 founder offer, so I prepaid for 3 years. I got 33% off. So that was the offer I went on.
Yeah, that was the best one that I missed out on.
So, a lot of the old movies, not only are they on Disney Plus, they are new transfers of the movies. They're better than any other copy you can get.
Now,
so apparently, The Rocketeer, I haven't watched it yet, but The Rocketeer is supposed to be amazing.
Interesting that you mentioned that, because Disney actually came out with a warning on their older movies. Did you see this?
No, I did not see their warning.
Yes. Evidently, there is a splash screen on their older movies. Because coming from Variety magazine, it says Disney is offering a warning that some of the streaming platforms' older content has outdated cultural depictions. Films like Dumbo, The Aristocrats, Lady and the Tramp, and Jungle Book, some of which were made nearly 80 years ago, offer a disclaimer saying this program is presented as originally created. It may contain outdated cultural depictions. You know, because of the way that they basically did blaxploitation crows in Dumbo,
well,
and things like that.
And there's tobacco usage.
Yes. You know, so it's in the Bugs Bunny cartoons and stuff like that.
Better than them changing the movies.
Well, that is true. But I can't believe that we as a society have mandated that disclaimers like this are required. Yeah,
I mean, do you think the Mel Brooks films are going to have disclaimers like this in the next 20 years?
No, I think the Mel Brooks, they're going to be on their own streaming service, and that's it. Indelicate, that's a polite way of saying it.
Yeah.
That might be a synonym for snowflake. I'm not sure.
But no, I mean, they're never going to put Blazing Saddles on Disney Plus. And when if Blazing Saddles shows up on like Hulu, I don't even know who owns Blazing Saddles. But you know, they would show up on one of the other services that are designed for that kind of content. But considering that those, like Blazing Saddles, is making fun of the people who are making,
even the movie The Jerk, Steve Martin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The very beginning. Oh, you want to know my story? I was born a poor black child. Right there. People lose their minds.
I was just thinking of the movie The Distinguished Gentleman. Or Distinguished Gentleman, not Distinguished Gentleman. Sorry, nope. Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, okay. Where he's got, where same actor, Steve Martin, has got the cork on the fork because he's playing the mentally handicapped person who keeps trying to poke it into his eye. You know, because they're doing the con.
The entire movie, The Ringer.
Yeah.
But I think we're getting kind of off topic here. I mean...
There's a topic?
That's what we do.
Well, yeah, it's true. PTR, probably totally random.
Yeah.
No, I think you're correct that what I would imagine eventually will happen is Disney Plus is going to wind up having channels. Or these streaming services are going to have channels, like different areas of access, different levels of access, where you're going to have the movies that you would have this disclaimer, like Blazing Saddles, that maybe snowflakes would get offended by. Or, Castaway, where Tom Hanks is eating crabs. Crabs are meat. So he's pissing off vegans and fish. He's killing a fish and he eats the fish. Yeah. So you're going to have the streams or different areas of that you can grant access to, or you can select access to, so you don't even see those movies.
Well, that's what
eventually they're going to be their own networks when you think about it.
But there's no eventual about it. Disney's already done that. That's the differentiate. Okay. That's what's different between Disney Plus and Hulu.
Yeah. Okay, but see, right now they're technically two different services, not two different channels. Like if you subscribe to Disney Plus, you don't get access to Hulu.
Right, but that's how Disney's separating the content.
Okay.
Anything that's PG-13 and above goes to Hulu. Anything that might be different is Hulu.
A new rating category, yes, rated S for Snowflake.
That's what they pile that onto Hulu, and then they don't have to worry about
rated XM, extra melty.
Deadpool goes on Hulu. Spider-Man doesn't get to go on them at all because Sony owns it, and everything. And Iron Man goes on. There's kind of
so Spider-Man goes on Crackle.
Yeah, or popcorn.
Crackle is still a thing.
Yep. If you want to see Joe Dirt 2, you go to Crackle.
That's a good reason not to go to Crackle.
If you want to watch Parker Lewis Can't Lose, you can go on Crackle because it's actually on there for free.
So yeah. But that's that.
That's that. Let's go to something else.
But
yeah,
I mean, to answer your question, Colin, I
do
think we will have to add additional. The other problem, though, is as long as Netflix and Amazon keep adding bad movies, in other words, as long as the Asylum still exists, we're going to have an endless pool of.
Wait till we get the Asylum streaming service.
Ooh,
no.
Yes, the only place where you can see Sharknado.
Ooh.
Yeah, the biggest subscriber to a Asylum streaming service is going to be people at the CIA in charge of torturing people.
It'll be interesting. Let's put it that way. I mean, I would be curious because there is now at least one production company that is fan funded. All right, M Legion is a fan funded production company. All right, they are the people that are behind the Jay and Silent Bob reboot, which isn't really a reboot. It's just a continuation of the story. I happened to hear a interview with Kevin Smith the other day that was really good. They're going around and they're promoting the movie as they release it. So every town that they visit with this Jay and Silent Bob reboot, they come, they do a night with the stars, and then immediately following that is the premiere of the movie, and the movie keeps on playing while they move on to the next town. So it's an interesting way.
Okay.
But that was all fan-funded, right? So, and I will tell you, I haven't watched Jay and Silent Bob ever, all right? But I do love listening to Kevin Smith talk because he's got some great stories. If you've never heard about Kevin Smith shooting film for Prince, just YouTube Kevin Smith Prince story, and it's great.
Oh.
And the only reason you get it is because Kevin Smith didn't sign the non-disclosure agreement that Prince's lawyers wanted him to. He just never gave it back to him. So, and then he left, and they asked for it, and he goes, "No, no, you can't have that."
They called him a couple days later.
Yeah,
like, you forgot to sign this. And he goes, "Yeah, well, you have to come back and sign it." No.
Yeah. So, let's. I said we have so much stuff going on in our personal lives, and that's true. So I went. I talked about reconnecting with my grandpa, who I hadn't seen for years. We've covered that a couple times on the show, and so recently, within the last year, so my aunt moved down to where he lives to better take care of him. Still 25 minutes away from where he lives, but closer, so that she could be closer to him. She has been in her house about 13 months, is what I figured out. She has now put an offer on another house in another town closer to where he lives that's larger, so that he can move in with her. Because now his wife has passed away, and so now it's just him. And it's to that point now, Mike, you having grandparents and stuff, and dealing with the elderly, and I don't know, Colin, you might have experience with this too. Elderly people, when they're by themselves, they love company, and they don't want you to leave once you've gotten there. So it's like, oh, can't you stay longer? don't you want to spend the night? It's, blah, 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 right? So he doesn't want them to go home after they've already spent a whole day there with him. So I can understand that. But 13 months into having a house, then turning around and buying another house. And so she doesn't have any friends there, really. And he's 90. She is in her 60s. She has a son who's almost 20, but is not mentally capable of he's at about a third grader maybe age, mentally age, and is a stick. She asked me if I was up for moving 2 houses worth of furniture into one house. And I'm like, no, I'm not. 42 years old, my back and my knees barely handle what I'm doing. So.
Oh. So. It's a little different when you live out away from civilization and, people come to visit you. You're like, all right, get the fuck out. Go.
Yeah. And I don't know, I don't know the situation there, if how old he is or anything, but I mean, some people are okay being alone. Some people aren't okay being alone. My grandpa's not okay being alone.
He's in his mid-80s.
Okay. But, it's just, and then I feel like a jerk because I tell her, no, I can't do it. One person cannot move 2 households.
No.
I feel like a jerk because I have to say no. But it's just not feasible at all for me to do that. But I feel like this whole pressure and everything. And by the way, for people saying, well, why don't you get the rest of your family to help? The rest of my family doesn't want anything to do with them. So it's just me. So, it's me and my wife who is, older than me and not capable of lifting stuff like that. She's lucky to be able to carry a heavy box from one room to the other. Let alone, there's no way she's going to try and carry a couch. All right?
Oh, God, no.
So, I mean, Mike, Kim's perfectly healthy. Can you imagine her helping you move a couch from your living room outside into a pickup truck?
We have.
Okay.
We could if it was ours.
Yeah.
But let me explain. If it's... Okay, first of all, when we get new living room furniture, the furniture that is in our living room now will be going into the basement or the back room.
Mm-hmm.
Undecided. At which point, we will move that.
Right.
Right?
Which getting that down your stairs will not be the easiest thing in the world, if I remember correctly.
Actually, it will if you come out. We have to actually go out the front door and then in the side door, which is a straight shot down the steps. So
all right, that's easier. Yeah.
It's not terribly difficult, but I digress.
Yeah.
For family that I may have just met recently,
mm-hmm.
if one of the first bonding experiences we have is you asking me to help you move furniture, that is not going to really help plant those roots well.
Yeah.
That is going to actually cause a hurricane to knock that little sapling over, and this relationship is not going to blossom.
Yeah. I'm just like...
That's like you have family that you've reconnected with, and the first time they want to get together is at their wedding.
Oh.
No. Nay. Maybe we can go for coffee first. How about that?
Yeah.
Not a wedding.
Tell them to talk to Nassim.
I'm like, hire someone.
Yeah, that's what I said, Nassim.
Yeah, because here's the thing, all right? So, his house, to move stuff out of his house, one, he has a wooden wheelchair ramp coming off of his mobile home. All right, he lives in the trailer. And he has big furniture. I'm not sure how they got it in the trailer in the first place, but it's big and it's heavy. So you have to come down a long wooden ramp that has since rotted pretty decently, probably since they first put it in. Then there's a carport. Now, you can't put a moving van under a carport.
No.
So that means you got to park it on the other side of the carport, which means you got to carry that all that way. We're talking like 100 feet plus you got to carry the stuff.
Yeah. So what I found.
My wife is correcting my posture.
So what I found is NASM is the National Association of Senior Move Managers.
Oh, okay.
There's an entire national association of people who move seniors around.
Yeah. So, and because this is just one example. Okay. So let me give you another example.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. So when his wife passed away, we were concerned with him being on his own. Okay. So I went out and I got him the same personal alarm system. Think of it as the help, I've fallen and I can't get up. Okay. That we got my wife's dad. All right. Now, I haven't had any problems with the system that I put in for her dad's house. It, never really had to use it there. So I set it up at Grandpa's place, and so we were just down there on Saturday, right? So I get a text from her Sunday morning going, the police and ambulance just woke up Grandpa. Huh? What do you mean? Well, the alarm system just went off and called him. I said, well, that doesn't really happen. There's no records of it ever happening before with this company. And I don't see how it could have happened, considering it's an analog phone line. You have to hit a button. And so I asked after a couple hours, because I'm busy. I said, well, let me ask you. Was he sleeping with the pendant on around his neck? Because I remember I did tell him, keep this on. Don't take it off when you're in the shower or anything. Because that's where the people slip.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He's a real good listener. He wore it to bed. And so I said, well, you think maybe he rolled over on it and pressed the button that way? Or maybe he jerked over, and since it's got fall detection in it, it thought that he fell, and maybe it triggered itself. And since he's deaf, he didn't hear the person on the speakerphone say, hey, are you all right? And so they called the cops and the ambulance out because they didn't get any response. Did that possibly occur to you that maybe those set of events happened? No.
Did they make a vibrating one?
They don't make any system that the base talks back to the pendant.
I was wondering if the pendant itself could vibrate.
No, because
that'd be good for someone who's deaf.
It takes too much battery power to do that. They make these things so that you don't have to keep them charged. But it's not over. This isn't over yet. So I get a call today because while we were over there on Saturday, we were in a different building where he had a gun safe. And I showed it, and he wanted me to go through it and show him some of the guns that were in there. So I showed him one. And
no.
And he said, "Oh, I want to take this into the house with me." Okay, fine, take it into the house. Well, I'm sorry. Before I say this story, let me tell you another story. Another time, they said they pressed the button and it didn't do anything. All right. Now, ask me why they needed to press the button. Go ahead, ask.
Why do they need to push the button?
Because he dropped a gun underneath the bed and knelt down to get it and couldn't get back up. Kept falling down.
Help, I've kneeled down and I can't get back. Yeah,
okay. So, I tell you that story to tell you this story. All right? So today, I get a text. Hey, do you remember what gun Grandpa took in the house? Yes, I do. Like, it's the revolver. It's called the Judge. It's a black one in a black leather case. Here's a picture of it. We think the ambulance or the police took it. Really? Are you sure he didn't just misplace it? He's 90. He gets confused easily. He can't hear. He has trouble seeing sometimes. He didn't know what the other guns that he had in the house that I showed him he had them in the house. Are you absolutely sure that it's not in the house somewhere? Nope. I already called the police and we're just getting the runaround. They won't admit that somebody took it. how do we change the combination to the lock outside? Because this particular alarm system has a little lock, like a realtor's lock box that hangs on the doorknob.
Okay.
So the idea is that you set a code on the box.
Yeah.
And so that paramedics or police can get the key out of the box and open your door rather than have to break down your door to get to you when you need help. It's a smart idea.
Mm-hmm.
Not a ton of places actually use it, but it makes a lot of sense because they just tell the ambulance or the police that are on the way, here's the code to the box, put it in, there's a key inside for you. And so that way they can open the door and get in. I thought it was actually a genius idea. All right. Actually, it saved my wife when she was when she was helping her dad out. She forgot her keys to his house inside when she left his house one day. I'm like, oh, we'll just use the emergency key. Here's the code. Get in. So yeah. That
yeah.
So now I feel like, I'm like, well, here's how you take the box off the door, and I can just pack up the whole alarm system next time I'm down there for you. If you don't, if all you're doing is having problems with it, I can just pack it all up and send it back. So again, I feel like a total failure because I go in with the best of intentions, and all I seem to be doing is causing problems, even though I don't think that I did.
No, you absolutely did not. You did no, and there's no reason for you to feel bad at all. Okay, I'm not trying. I don't want to be I don't want to come off as offensive here, but there's a famous saying that you can't fix stupid.
I know.
All right.
You can go ahead and say it because I've probably
the other thing here, Shag, is you don't know what you don't know, right? So, yeah, so when he wore it to sleep and rolled over on it, there's upshot and downshot here, okay? The downshot, you could look at it as, okay, I need to explain things with more specificity, but then if he did take it off while he fell asleep and put it on the nightstand, let's just say, he wakes up and forgets to put it back on.
Yeah.
Right? So there's no right or wrong here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that could be an improvement for their system, that if it's held down for a certain amount of time, well, no, I guess not, because if they passed out on the bed, it'd be different. No.
Yep.
All right, so...
I mean, I think the default setting is call for help. That is the safer position to go with. I don't blame them for sending help out.
No. It's just a question of, I don't know. It's difficult.
You know, and I mean, I feel a little helpless because they're 3 hours away.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like I can just go and remedy these situations, once I get off work. You know, I can't just slide down there and deal with this crap and then come back home. It's 6 hours round trip. I mean, I used my entire, and the thing is, like, Saturday we left at 7 a.m. and we got home at about 8:30 at night. All right, that is a long ass day.
Yeah,
to be gone. And the weekends I do a lot of work. So Sunday afternoon, and so Sunday is church. Pretty much, I got called into church early because I had to deal with a problem there. I didn't get done with everything there, and granted, we go out to breakfast until 11 o'clock. By the time I get home, get the dogs out, and get ready to actually start working for the day, it's noon. I worked from noon until 6, trying to get caught up from being the day before. There's only so many hours in the day, and when I give up an entire weekend day for me to deal with family stuff, which I don't, it sounds a bit selfish, but, I don't mind doing that as long as there's value in it. But then this stuff happens, and I feel like they're blaming me for stuff, and I feel like, what the hell did I do it for? What's the use?
Right.
So, it's just, I don't know.
Yep.
I can see how frustrating it is. And look, nothing that you have said makes me think there's anything you could have done different.
No.
Right? So do not be hard on yourself. If they're blaming you, then they're looking for somebody to blame. That's all there is to it. They're not. If she's closer, she should be the one trying to figure this shit out. But you're going above and beyond. So,
it's just irritating. And then today was actually my first day at a new job. So, it's like everything hitting all at once. So I took not a new job, but I took a promotion in my existing job.
Oh, yes.
So,
congratulations. So you got
I did get the position that I was going after. Whether that turns out to be a good thing or not is yet to be seen. I feel like all I am going to be doing is spending the days in meetings and on phone conferences and either reading or writing documents.
Okay.
So, that is, I think that's going to be a lot of my life, at least for the next 6 months, maybe longer. So, but, it's, I don't know. As I told people, I'm like, this job that I applied for and that I got is going to chart the course of my division. And it's a course that I've been trying to get set for the 8.5 years that I've been there. And I decided that I didn't want to leave that up to somebody else. If somebody was going to steer the ship, I wanted to be that person, because whether it succeeds or fails doesn't really matter, as long as I'm the person that got them to that destination and not somebody else. I don't even care if I fail, knowing that it's my fault and not somebody else screwing it up. Because if I start to screw it up, at least I have a chance to fix it. But if somebody else screws it up and continues to screw it up, I can't go and bitch slap them and not get in trouble for it.
No, all you'll be able to do is bitch about it.
Yeah. So, here I can complain about the boss, and I do complain about myself quite often. And so, we'll see. I don't know. But yeah, what's funny is the other candidate may actually apply for some other open positions in my team. So
nice.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is why you drink.
Yes. This is Daddy drinks because you cry. That's why. But
oh, Lordy.
So what's been going on in your life, Mike?
Oh, dear Lord. So Saturday was the culmination of 2.5 months of planning with the fall harvest shenanigans for the animal rescue. My wife did a phenomenal job pulling everything together. The room looked beautiful. With minimal support, she was able to put together a great event that everybody, about 120 people, which, doesn't sound like a lot, but for this type of event, I think it was good. We had a ton of prizes, giveaways, and what have you. I DJ'd the hell out of this thing to the point where I had people coming up asking me for my card because they wanted to hire me for their events or for their parties. I'm like, okay. Makes me realize I need to invest in lighter equipment because this stuff is just for the birds.
Or a better cart.
I don't have a cart.
Oh, you need a cart.
I am going to have to get a cart, yes. I had a furniture dolly.
Oh, no, you need a cart.
Because my speakers stacked on the dolly so I could roll them in. Actually, the speakers I just carry like suitcases. The dolly is mainly for the road case, which has my amp, my microphones, my power strip, and my 16-channel mixer, which is probably overkill for what I'm doing, but I actually was so paranoid about this event, I signed up for a DJ pool to start downloading music.
Oh, okay.
Because as we've discussed, you don't do the wiki type DJing. I don't really do the wiki type DJing either, but I kind of like to keep the beat consistent. So if people do want to dance, they can do so.
Yeah, you want to turn the beat around.
Well, over the course of a week and a half, I downloaded over 2,000 songs that already had the beat grids and everything set.
Oh.
So I just put them in the software, and I can easily... Software does most of the work for me.
Mm-hmm.
We did trivia, and I come to realize that this is how I know it was a good event. And I don't know, you can chime in here. I vaguely remember the event.
Yeah.
And it's not because I was drinking. I remember bits and pieces of the event. I don't remember the full night. And it's slowly coming back to me little by little.
Yeah. That's a lot of it. I mean, if you have a great night, then it's memorable, but only kind of. You know, it's one of those things where, yeah, it's odd. By the way, here is. Go ahead.
Well, before the event, I had planned on. I went live on my personal Facebook page and said I'm going to go live a couple times during the night. Man, listen, I don't remember. I didn't even know where the hell my phone was for most of the night. That's why I don't have any pictures. I don't have any video. I don't have nothing. After that, I put my phone down, and next thing I know, it was over.
Yep. Okay, so I found the perfect cart that you need to get.
I already have a cart in my list and on Amazon.
Is it the AMG 750?
Is that not like a Mercedes-Benz?
No. Is it the Crane AMG 750?
No.
This one right here. Because this is what you need if you're serious. This is a serious cart for serious people. Look at this thing. It's like a transformer. You know? Get all that flexibility. You could use this thing forever and still not have used everything on it. Perfect.
Just send you the link to the cart that I have saved.
And it all for the low price of $430. $440 shipped. I mean, it's a bargain. What a bargain.
What about the newer model?
The newer model is available from these sellers for $450 to $668.
$450 Prime.
$450 Prime.
I just sent you the link to the one that I'm looking at.
Okay. Let me get down here. There we go. So this is the OnStage UTC 220 or 2200. Now, I have seen this cart before, and see, I don't care for these wheels. I've had these wheels before, and that piece of that plastic brake always breaks. Like, not as in, like, stops, but as in, like, is defective. Like, cracks. So, that's my thing about that. Other than that, it's not a bad little cart, but it's no AMG 750. I mean, Mike, you got to decide, what type of DJ you want.
Listen, hold on a second, because for what you're paying for the AMG 750, I can get the OnStage cart.
Uh-huh.
And this one.
Wow. Maybe, Mike. Maybe you can get it, but will you? Okay, and that's the one for stairs. So you're talking about this one with the tri-wheels, which is, kind of designed to go upstairs. Which I do have to say, sometimes I wish I had. But then I think people just need elevators. So, because no matter what, stairs suck. Some assembly required. I'm out. I'm not assembling nothing. It's not gonna happen.
Dear Lord.
Oh, it has one wrench. Oh, no.
Oh, no. That's the point of failure for me, is when I have to assemble something.
Are you kidding? It's not like it's IKEA, dude.
No, that's why it's going to fail. It's not made by the Swiss. Oh, God. Give me a Swiss Army hand truck, and I'm good. So the event went well.
So the event went well. There was some drama, as there always is at events like this.
Oh.
And like here's my stance on. Okay, I literally for 2 months have been having digestive issues because
Crohn's.
Literally because I was that stressed about this damn event, because there was so much stuff happening behind the scenes.
Tension.
And literally the day after, I felt great.
You have a good
So
DM?
I know it was... The bleeding ulcer stopped. I'll leave it at that.
That's good. That's good.
So, I don't know. I just... You know how sometimes... I have decided that in January, I'm going to take the Marie Kondo approach to life. That if it does not bring me joy...
You're going to cast it aside?
I may just have to cast it aside, because I'm just not... I don't know. And maybe it's just me. I know I'm getting very salty in my old age.
I know.
I'm getting extremely salty.
There's a guy at work who's like, I think he's 4 or 5 years older than I am. And I went to him the other day, and I said, listen, it sucks getting old. I don't recommend it. And he looks at me, and he goes, huh? I said, well, look at it this way. My foot's taped up because it got plantar fasciitis. I got it in both feet, but the doc only wants to treat one foot at a time. So not only do I have to get special shoes, but I got...
Isn't plantar fasciitis flat feet?
No. It's where the tendons that run alongside the bottom of the feet are stretched too much, and so it causes inflammation on the heel of your foot.
Okay, all right.
Which basically feels like iron spikes being driven up through the heel.
Yeah,
very painful. No. I don't recommend it. I have it in both feet, but the doc wants to deal with one at a time. So I got regular Nikes because that's the kind that they recommend because they don't bend in the middle and they don't have stupid gel inserts. I got prescription inserts into my feet, into my shoes. Which these are just
magic shoes.
Magic shoes, Jenny. I have to take anti-inflammatories for my feet. I had my foot taped up at the time. I got a damn coccyx relief pillow on my chair at work.
All right, so
I said, he goes, well, are you thinking about a cane? And I said, you have no idea. I've looked at him, and I thought, ooh, that looks nice.
Okay, roll later.
You need to get a big old hand-carved African walking stick.
You know?
That's what you need. So, all right, so I got this one. I don't know if she's talking about this cart with the steps or the Mercedes cart.
Probably
either.
Cart with the steps.
Right. Also got... It sounds like you need more puppies. I'm going to get back to this in a second because this little EV shithead. Now, this is Michelle attended the event and said the event was a success. And I know she had a good time because she won one of the Tricky Trade prizes. Which one did she win? She won the Chest O' Love, which was the X-rated box that was sealed and was kept at the DJ booth until the end of the night because we didn't want anybody opening it up at the event because we had some people that may have had a heart attack and started screaming for Jesus when they saw what was in there.
I'm sure you just had a few neck massagers and probably some instructional massage videos.
Perhaps. I don't know.
You know,
because the box was delivered to us as sealed.
Some water balloons.
There may have been
maybe some chocolate paste.
There you go. Is the phone working?
No.
The phone is not working. Okay.
No.
Otherwise, I was going to tell Michelle she should probably call in and tell us what was in this box. Oh boy, here you go.
Yeah.
There you go. So.
Jesus don't want to help you.
She was.
Well, wait a second. Hold on. She was screaming for Jesus when she used the box or when she opened the box?
Too much information. All I know is out of everybody in that room, when she said she won, I believe my reaction was actually, oh, God.
Well, see,
knowing full well what the reaction was going to be.
Usually people say, oh, God, when they use the box, Mike. When they use the box hard and long. Usually you abuse the box when you say, oh, God.
So, of course, because Kim was accepting the donations and, well, okay. We should probably move on. Otherwise, we're going to get our show moved to a different section of Twitch and what have you, and these other networks we're on.
Actually, it will probably raise our ratings in Twitch. Have you seen the bikini-clad girls playing video games on that network? I mean, that might help.
This is the dumbest damn thing you have ever done with this show, is put us on Twitch. Really? I can't. Seriously?
It is not the dumbest thing I've ever done with this show.
Actually, no. I take that back, because that whole You Now thing with the gold, we have 352,000 gold coins from You Now that we have no idea what the hell we're supposed to do with.
We were so infatuated with getting gold.
This is like the old Rite Aid. Oh, would you like to put in your wellness card so that you can get points? I have no idea how to redeem the damn points. We went to Rite Aid the other day and would you like to apply your $1 from rewards points? Oh, now they tell you when you have the rewards. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I never knew. After 13 years of using this damn card, I got $1 back. Awesome. What is this?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
The question is, does Kim have a list of the contents because she wants to order them?
Yes, I do. I have a list of the contents because...
Okay, so do the same thing that I did. Water balloon. Is there water balloons in the box?
Hold on.
Or neck massagers.
There's one neck massager. There's 2 neck massagers.
Okay.
There's
Is there a glass statue in the box?
The glass? No. There's another type of statue, I guess.
So a silicone statue.
And there's a sleeve.
Oh, okay. A hot dog carrying
flavored
case.
Things.
Oh, that. So there's flavor. So there's
a ring.
Oh, it's good that they give a ring away. Not enough people give jewelry. Probably some educational material.
Let's move on. There's a game or two. Let's just.
I love watching Mike squirm.
Move on.
All right.
I really don't. It's just in case you have 2 necks.
Yeah.
You might.
Well, it's so that you can do it in a circle. You know.
Can we move on to one of my favorite topics, and that's why I hate vegans.
Yeah, let's do that. So,
we knew this was going to happen.
Yeah,
the vegans are suing Burger King.
They got what they want, and it's not enough.
We called this, I believe, when we talked about the folks that want their burgers cooked on like tinfoil or on a separate grill or what have you. We called this.
Yeah.
There's a group of vegans that are suing Burger King because they're saying that their Impossible Burger is contaminated because it's cooked on the same grill as the beef burgers. And they're saying that Burger King is falsely advertising the Impossible Burger as a vegan alternative. Now, nowhere in Burger King's advertising do they say that this is a vegan meal option.
No.
They say it's a meatless option.
Right. Yeah.
The mayonnaise is made with eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, it is not vegan. The bread is made with eggs and milk and butter and
chemicals.
So that is not vegan either. Burger King never said that. But somehow this guy and these vegans are still suing. Now, the best has to be the comments, because there are vegans commenting saying, this person named Philip Williams, who filed a class action lawsuit. There are vegans in the comments on this article saying, Philip Williams, you are making us look bad. Philip Williams, you are the reason people hate vegans.
Well, here's one that I don't understand because I didn't think, well, maybe, okay. I'm going to say part of the sentence makes sense and part of it doesn't. Honestly, this is just your typical Donald Trump white people thinking they're entitled to stuff and crashing economy one restaurant at a time. Okay, that's two different political parties that you're thinking about. White people entitlement, yes. Maybe Donald Trump, maybe the Republicans thinking that the white people don't have enough rights anymore. But the entitlement part is totally what they're painting liberals with right now. I think you're confused, Alex Cooper.
Yeah.
So they're trying to say that this is one of them. They're saying in the lawsuit that this is life-threatening. Cross-contamination is life-threatening? But like I said, they never once. They're suing Burger King because they want their Impossible Burgers their way, pristine, without any meat residue on the grill.
Yeah, if you want that...
Nowhere do they mention. But they don't mention the rest of it.
I should sue because my regular meat Whopper is cooked beside that fake chemical-filled fake food.
Impossible Whoppers are a gateway drug to eating meat again. See, by declaring this as a gateway drug, that's the easiest way to get the government to want to ban it.
I'll tell you what, I was at the store, and I actually thought about, I'm like, okay, maybe I should give some of these a try. And we happened to be looking for brats at the time, right? So I found the Impossible Meats brats. And I thought, okay, well, if they're the same price, maybe I'll pick up a small package. Okay, so I was looking at 8 Johnsonville regular brats, something like $4.50. 4 Impossible brats. Any idea how much that cost?
$10.
12.
$8.87. $2 a brat as opposed to 50 cents a brat.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going with the meat alternative at that point. All right.
So the one burger place by our house that's actually called the Burger Shop.
Mm-hmm.
They started carrying not Impossible, Beyond burgers.
Meat. Yeah.
Beyond Meat. And they said you can turn any of our substitute a Beyond patty for any of our patty for an additional $3. The burgers themselves are $8.
Yeah.
Normally. Yep. So for $3 more, you can go meatless.
Mm.
Well, if you're willing to pay that much for a burger in the first place, what's $3?
But
it is a huge burger.
Bill Hill.
It's just the point.
Billy Hill says this is as ridiculous as a woman suing McDonald's because she spilled her coffee on herself.
Yeah, let's go back to that.
Well, because that was too hot a coffee. They actually tested that. That was too hot.
We could spend an entire show on that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Life-threatening. So you're trying to say this is cross-contamination type practice. It's a means of trying out a promotional product, not redesigning the whole restaurant in an attempt at something they don't know will be a full-time product or failed promotion.
Yeah,
that's true.
Look, it's proving a point. It's proving a point that, hey, we could make something like this that tastes... I mean, we could make something that tastes as good as a Whopper. Now, then you have to go through and say, was the Whopper any good in the first place?
Well, what they're going to end up doing with a lawsuit like this, should they win, is it's going to get pulled out.
No, it just means to have that extra disclaimer. The Impossible non-vegan burger.
Well, it could be. So one of two things. Either they're going to have to add it to some type of disclaimer, in which case somebody's going to get pissy in a different way. Or they're just going to pull it out of stores going, it's not worth this fight. It's not worth this trouble. And, then where will they be?
Yeah. Mostly be trying to figure out how many fights they can get into trying to get a Popeyes sandwich.
So the main thing here, this case is going to get thrown out because the minute Burger King proves that we never once said it was a vegan alternative. We said it was a meatless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Meatless does not mean vegan.
And we already proved on a previous episode, it is not better for you. You look at the fat, you look at the sodium, you look at the calories. It is at or higher than the meat option in every category.
And it's better for the environment.
Yeah, but it's not better for you.
Okay, well, here's the real problem. Vegan is not defined by the FDA.
That's true.
So, legally speaking, Burger King could say it's vegan. And without a legal definition of what vegan is and isn't, it could be made out of cow, and they could still say it's vegan.
Well, the cow only ate grass.
Wow.
That's why all these products that say they're natural, they can be made of strychnine. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. I mean, it's...
Because we put strychnine in the guacamole.
Yeah, it's just a silly idea that doesn't seem like it. Yeah, I don't get it at all.
See, but I like that though.
You
I didn't know that there was
guacamole?
Not. Well, only when they put salt on my margarita, and I say no salt. No, the fact that there is, I didn't realize that there wasn't an FDA designate, or they didn't define what vegan, what qualifies as vegan. That's interesting.
Oh, here we go. Heather Spillman has the answer for us right here in comments. I have alpha gal. It's GAL. I don't know what the hell you say. So I am allergic to red meat, which means I have to research food from all restaurants before I eat there. It says on the Burger King menu that the Impossible Burgers are cooked on the same grills as the rest of the burgers, but upon request, it can be cooked in the oven/broiler away from the meat products. It says this on the description of the burger. So,
all right.
If this was... So, yeah, this will get thrown out in an instant. All they have to do is bring the menu there.
They probably won't even have to. They go right to a vegan judge who's read the menu.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, it's just...
Wait a minute.
What?
We may have just gotten...
What?
Where was this? Okay, no. All right. Cincinnati Zoo. As I'm looking at this Burger King article, the Cincinnati Zoo, giraffe dies after hoof procedure. And immediately I thought, was this the same giraffe that was on the damn cam? And why am I just hearing about this now? It was not. However, there's the same zoo that Harambe was killed at. This zoo needs to be closed.
Yeah, they don't do very well at taking care of their animals, it seems.
Yeah.
So
let me do my little rant thing.
Yes, Colin, we didn't bother to ask you.
Wait, before you do.
Yeah. Oh.
We got our first ever
Twitcher. Twatter? I don't know.
I don't know what they're called.
I don't know either.
Please, Colin.
I think
proceed.
the police call them tweakers, but I don't know.
So, one of my favorite shows.
Twitchers.
One of my favorite shows.
Yes.
Of all time, because it's not a recent show, was The Equalizer.
Yes.
Now, when they made the recent movies with Denzel Washington, I originally was unhappy, and I didn't see the first one. I eventually saw the first one, and I loved the first one, and I was looking forward to the second one. The second one was not good. But the first Denzel Washington, it was okay. So, for those who are not familiar with the original Equalizer, the Equalizer was a British guy who was in some secret agency, some secret spy agency, got fed up with regular people getting hurt, left the spy agency, and started helping regular people. So think of it as a sort of like Leverage. And that he was going out and
Leverage the television show.
Leverage the television show. The whole point with the Equalizer is he was putting his thumb on the scale to take out the thumb of the corporations and bad people, to tilt things back towards the normal people to let them win. And he would do that by going around with a really, really cool soundtrack, a really, really cool car. Better
than Shaft?
No, just different. And sometimes he would have a gun, sometimes he wouldn't have a gun. There's a really good medical one where he wasn't allowed to have a gun. That was a good episode. But that was the Equalizer. It was fun because this was a guy who looked normal, had this simmering rage behind this normal, everyday, didn't look like he could hurt anybody kind of guy. But he would just stare at them and talk to them in this where it's like, okay, we are going to get out of his way because he is going to kill us. That's the kind of show that was. But not a man yelling and, just, it was like James Bond sort of, personality, right? So then had Denzel Washington, which, wasn't that similar to the original one, but, like I said, I liked it. The first one, actually, I really, really liked. I wish I'd seen it originally. So now they're going to make a new Equalizer TV show. So here's the thing. If they want to make an Equalizer with another non-white person, sure. I fine. Especially after Denzel Washington, I'm like, it does not have to be a British guy. Okay? Does not have to be a guy. Okay? You want to throw in a woman to be the Equalizer? Okay. I'm on board.
It's working so well for the Doctor.
Let's say a woman from India as the Equalizer. That might be fun. Yeah, a woman from Hawaii.
They were a British colony. Why not?
No. Woman, you can't have a woman from India be the Equalizer and be the greatest American hero. You can't do that.
What if she's the greatest American Equalizer?
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm having deep troubles visualizing the Equalizer starring Queen Latifah. I could see a show of Queen Latifah. Queen Latifah. I have no idea what
Queen Latifah is right. Yes, you got it.
No, I wasn't sure if I got the Queen right.
Yes,
it sounded weird in my head.
Nope. That's her title.
So Queen Latifah as a ex-spy helping people. Okay, fine. That might be interesting. But I'm having trouble with Queen Latifah as the Equalizer. It's like, I don't know. It is not working in my head. I'm sure going to give it a try, but I don't know.
I don't think I will. I don't think that I will. Let's see here. The last good thing Queen Latifah was in. Perfect Holiday, I think she was okay in. Maybe. That was the one where she was like diagnosed. It was basically Joe versus the volcano.
You need to be in the next section. You're a producer.
I know. It expanded, but there you go. But she was in that one, by the way. I'm pretty sure.
She's gonna be in the Paper Chase as well.
Evidently,
is she going to play the? What's the guy's name? I can't remember his name. He showed up in Scrooged. The original professor in the Paper Chase.
Let's see here. Yep. Nope. 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 Yeah. See, The Perfect Holiday. Well, she was Mrs. Christmas in that one. That was different. Nope. Nope. My Beauty Shop. She was in Beauty Shop. I heard it was good. Never watched it.
She was okay. So, you're talking about Queen Latifah's been in.
Queen Latifah, yeah. Bringing Down the House. That was okay. It wasn't bad.
She was in the TV show Star, which was kind of spin-off / adjacent of the show Empire.
Yeah, I was specifically looking for movies. Yeah, not a lot until you get before 1990. Really? Yeah. So maybe she ought to stick to. Well, yeah, Bringing Down the House was okay. Like I said, that was okay.
Oh, okay.
What?
Yeah, Little Mermaid Live. So let's.
Yeah, go ahead.
So that's.
I didn't get that watched. I haven't recorded, but I haven't watched it yet.
So apparently, there was something after John Stamos got done with his big musical number that he said he should have played. So he didn't realize his mic was still hot, and he said something he probably shouldn't have.
No.
Let me see if I can find that real quick. Also heard that Sebastian's outfit, there was a big to-do about that. Like, why? He's supposed to be a crab. He's just in, like, Eddie Murphy's outfit from Delirious.
Yeah, and then they said, as a reaction to the reactions, they posted a picture of him with the claws they decided not to use after the first dress rehearsal.
Oh, he joked, said, I knew I should have played Prince Albert. John accidentally messed up saying Prince Eric's name. He joked, I knew I should have played Prince Albert, before quickly adding Eric at the end. Which, Prince Albert is a piercing.
Yes, that's...
So...
Yeah.
Yeah, can we just stop with all of these live adaptations, please? Because
yeah, it's not needed.
It's okay if they're doing if they're doing actual musicals that are from Broadway and they want to do live production on TV. I'm all for that.
So get the Broadway cast. Don't get these people.
No, I mean, we're fine with that. But if all you're doing is taking other things like Little Mermaid,
a Christmas Story,
and trying to shoehorn it into something that it isn't.
You want to do a King and I as a live production? Okay,
yeah,
it's
go for
a live production.
Hey, look, they tried West Side Story, did they not?
I don't know.
I thought they did.
I thought they were remaking West Side Story.
Yeah, it's
maybe
called East Side Story.
Okay, but Rent, where 90% of it wound up not being live anyway.
Yeah.
Because the dude broke his ankle in the dress rehearsal?
Yeah. It's not good.
Grease Live was not anything to write home about. Dirty Dancing Live should have never happened.
Yeah, both of those were, no.
Yeah, you don't take a movie and turn it into a live thing.
Grease, maybe you could almost get away with, but not Dirty Dancing.
I think what I need to see
is Star Wars Live. That's what you need.
I need to. They tried that too, and that was a Christmas special that you can't see ever again.
The Wrath of Khan Live. That's what you want.
I was actually thinking Free Willy.
Gremlins Live. That's what you want.
If they adapted Free Willy live.
Groundhog's Day live. Got it. That's what you want.
Free Willy, and then what's his name could play Free Willy?
John Panette?
Yes.
If John Panette was still alive, yes. John Panette could play Free Willy, and he could be the one that he has to escape with the help of a child.
We'll have to get who's the fluffy guy?
Gabriel Iglesias. Yes. We get him to play Willy.
Get a Mexican Free Willy. Yes, that makes sense.
We can get him to play Willy, and George Lopez can be the father of the kid trying to help get Willy free.
He wasn't. Oh no, I guess he wasn't the father in the movie.
No, I think that could work.
No, we're not getting Lopez. We are getting not Emilio Estevez, the other Estevez brother.
Charlie Sheen?
No. I'm sorry, not Estevez.
I was gonna say.
No, we're getting the one who was in Two and a Half Cop and a Half, or whatever it is, new recruit.
Baldwin?
No, the other one. Gosh darn it.
Lou Diamond Phillips.
Lou Diamond Phillips, yes. We're giving him another job.
All right, so
Les Mis was already an article.
No, Les Mis was a movie. That wasn't a live on TV. Well, they did a concert, which was kind of, nah.
All right.
That's how we're talking.
No, besides.
I have no idea.
I want to see a dancing giant ear with a gymnast ear. Okay.
No idea. Gymnast ear crab. I
don't know what that is.
This was her follow-up. Crab.
Crab.
But then Mama Blair has the best idea yet for a live adaptation.
Carrie.
You ready?
Sharknado Live. That's right. Yes.
Yeah. No. Sharknado Live.
And they can do a follow-up. Lavalantula. The musical.
Yeah, just forget all of that. Just make another Lavalantula, please.
Yes.
But that...
No. We need Nazis on Mars as the next live adaptation.
Iron Sky 3. Yes.
Yeah, live.
At Iron Sky Live, yes. I have been liking... I did like the live sitcoms they did. And I think they're going to be doing 2 more of those. Where they did All in the Family and the Jeffersons. And now I think they're going to do another All in the Family.
You know, I still haven't watched. I still never saw either one of them.
I never did either.
That was good.
Was it?
It was good. It was fun seeing them because they weren't trying to just recast the shows. That's right. We were coming up with new casts. Did we ever get back to that?
No, we never played that again.
No, because we never got another recommendation for a show that was worth moving on.
Yeah. But apparently, I think they're going. If I remember correctly, they were doing another All in the Family episode, and Good Times.
I think we did A-Team, or we did WKRP in Cincinnati. I think we did.
Yeah,
and then we never
did WKRP. I think we may or may not have done Cheers. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
No, I don't think we ever did Cheers.
No, we didn't do Cheers, but maybe for next show we'll think about
Cheers
it.
And
come back.
MASH might be a dangerous one to do as well.
Yeah.
The problem is that you can still stick the same cast in.
Speaking of annoying things from when we were younger, right? So we're talking about TV. Did anybody check out Jerry O'Connell's Twitter post by chance?
Yes.
Because I thought it was great. So Jerry O'Connell, for those of you that don't know, is most widely known for what TV show, Colin?
What's the name of that thing? The one where they're jumping through the...
You mean where they're sliding through things?
Sliders, that's it. Thank you.
I was going to say it's a nickname for White Castle hamburgers.
Yes.
Little hamburgers.
Best known for Sliders, but he also did evidently a pilot for a Munsters reboot.
I believe that.
I believe he was also in a little movie you may have heard of called Stand By Me.
Yeah, I heard that.
He was also in this little movie that you may not have heard of called The New Guy.
Mm-hmm. So
and this movie that was absolutely, I think, is one of the greatest Bachelor type movies of all time called Tomcats.
That constantly shows up for me, but I never do anything with it because
the librarian scene. If for no other scene than that, you gotta watch for the librarian scene, and we'll leave it at that. So. As Shaggy started to say...
He was also in Mission to Mars. He was a fairly major character in that.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so he's cast in Superman / Shazam. Or no, he's not. That was a short film. Damn. I thought he was going to be cast in that. That would have been great. Yeah, so, but he was... But he is... He loves to post on instant media... on Twitter. That's where a lot of his stuff goes. But one of the things he enjoys doing, which I enjoyed doing when my daughter was young, was annoying his children.
I thought you were going to say one of the things he enjoys doing is taking over for Wendy Williams when she has rehab issues.
Oh, that may be true too. But in this case, so he is. So you have to. So let me see if I can get this up. He is. So here we go. He is in.
If only you had a box of.
So
just leave me standing. This is real music. Alone in the world. This is real music. Listen. Maybe I'm just too demanding. Listen to it. Maybe I'm just like my father. Too bald. Maybe I'm just like my mother. Guys, stop it. She's never satisfied. She's never satisfied. Yeah.
So it's great. It's great because he's just there yelling, "Stop, stop!" And he goes, "Shut up! This is good music."
So Shaggy sends this link and says something like, these are the real moments you miss out on, torturing your children. And I'm like, bruh, I do this to my wife in the car. Like, we'll be driving along and, Informer will come on. And I will literally... Informer, so that was no me, y'all go play. Boom, boom, down. And she's like, stop it. Just stop it. She will tell you the story that the first couple of times we went out, I'm driving and music's playing and I'm doing this to the beat. And she told me, to this day, she still tells me, she says, I went and I called my mother the next day and I said, Ma, I don't know if I could be with somebody that bops his head to music like that. That little thing literally almost
derailed
our
the
relationship from
whole relationship right there.
But I have a playlist, man. I do this to her in the car now. Even at the event all right, so I did trivia at this event. Mm-hmm. And one of the ones I did Under the Covers, which, is a staple that you and I both have used. And I did music and lyrics, where I play a couple of lines from a song, and you got to sing the next line. Mm-hmm. And I went in with such a variety of stuff. I had one guy come up, and I'm like, okay, yeah. I had one girl come up, and I was like, yeah, okay. You were all excited. She didn't even want to spin the wheel. She was like, I want to sing. I'm like, okay, confident. I like that, huh? You look like you're trendy, all right? So I played Gangnam Style and made her sing Oppa Gangnam Style, right? Mm-hmm. And another guy come up, and I was like, okay, you seem like you're hip to viral stuff.
Hip to B Square, yeah.
And I wish I had the thumb drive here because I would. So I'm like, okay, here you go. Cow goes moo. A duck said quack, and fish go blub, and the kitten says ow, ow, ow. But there's one thing we gotta know. What does the fox... I made him sing. What does the fox say? Ring, ding, 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 in order to get the gift card.
Yeah.
I later on find out that somebody goes up to my wife and is like, that's your husband? Yes, I'm so sorry.
Can he feed himself, or do you have to give him the spoon up to his lips? I'm sure that was the next line,
Even some of the under the cover stuff, I was like, look, this is where you... Did you listen to that link that I sent you?
For
the one I was like, it was taken down. You got to hold on to this one.
It was taken down by the time I got to it that night.
You're kidding me!
No, it was down. Because I tried to look at it, and it was gone.
Oh, wow. Wow. I can't believe that. Okay, well, luckily I have a recording of it, an audio. I'm shocked. It was a bluegrass version of Gangnam Style.
Oh, I've heard that before. I've heard it before. Yeah, so... yeah, I mean, that was great. When my daughter was little, I could do that in the car. Now I'm, she's older. I can't, unless it's something it's a song that we both like and we're going to belt out. That's not going to happen, but I can't sing with my wife in the car because the problem is then she starts singing and, okay, I know I can't really sing And so I pretty much only do it when I'm in the car because she really can't sing, like can't hold a tune to save her life. And so I don't want to listen to that. I mean, I've heard, like euthanasias that sound better than that. So, bags of cats being thrown into the river have a more pleasant sound sometimes than that. So, that's how bad it is. But she gives it her all, and that's why I don't start nothing.
And sometimes I'll just start jamming. And like if I'm by myself in the car and I see somebody looking at me, I'll just start jamming for the hell of it. I don't care. I told you I got a playlist on my iPod. Music Kim don't like. And sometimes there's a rare song that I will put in there that she will listen to, and then she'll hear it enough that she decides, no, that doesn't belong here. And it winds up moving to the regular rotation. Ironically, the last song not ironically, that's a poor use of that word, and I know what the word means. The last song that happened with was a song by a little band called The Lonely Island.
Oh! Was it D in a Box?
Nope.
Was it I'm on a Boat?
Nope.
Was it Mother Lover?
Nope.
I don't know any other songs off the top of my head.
Lock eyes from across the room. Down my drink as the rhythms boom. Take the hand and skip the names. No need here for the silly games. Make our way through the smoking cloud.
Yeah. Oh, so it's Jizz in My Pants. That one.
Yes. Suddenly. Now. This is where
I would play that for my wife, and she would go, "What the hell is wrong with you?"
This is where she gets mad, because then I'll mouth along with the chorus, whisper in my ear that you want some more, and while we're driving along, and she's like, "No, stop that." I'm like, then they'll do it again. I'm like, oh. And I'll just start making faces, and she's like, "No, stop. People are looking at you. I don't care."
So, Lonely Island, kind of like Adam Sandler, sometimes their clean albums are much, much funnier than the unmodified ones.
Yes.
Because that particular song in the clean version is just, in my pants. It's like Adam Sandler with his car, with his the car song.
Okay.
That song was infinitely funnier with all the honking noises.
Do you know?
Singing about his car.
I tried to find a clean version of Phone Wallet Keys. There ain't a clean version out there. I got the explicit version through my DJ service or the DJ pool. I got Phone Wallet Keys. I could have played that if I didn't have a crowd that I thought people would have actually been offended by it. But
yeah, oh, I know.
And I got all the Lonely Island stuff, all explicit. Like some of this stuff, I had seen them, I'd never heard them before. But of course, as I'm downloading them, I'm like, okay, let me listen. Jack Sparrow, I never heard that one before.
Oh yeah,
that was on SNL.
I kind of knew it, but I'd never heard it before.
Yeah,
that's hysterical.
Yeah. Speaking,
those roll on my rotation in my programming loops.
Speaking of something else hysterical, let's talk about. No, let's talk about this. Let's talk about. We always go over lists, right? And we always find problems with lists. Okay? Because inevitably they have screwed up a list.
Yeah. So
okay,
I got to tell a story real quick.
Okay.
That leads into this. So many years ago, my sister and I went to a double-header concert. Okay, the first half of the concert. I mean, there's two artists doing a concert. first artist went first, and then the second artist, and then they
That's usually how numbers work.
And then they would get together and sing together in the middle.
Okay.
The first half was Paul Simon.
Okay.
That was great. The second half was Bob Dylan. We got about halfway through the second song and then realized, man, he can't sing his own songs, and we left.
Okay, so Rolling Stone did a list of the top 100 singers of all time. Now, they're not talking performers. They're not looking at the performance. They're supposed to be looking at the singers, the voice. All right?
Not songwriters.
Not songwriters, not musicians, singers.
Yeah.
Okay, this isn't bands. This is individuals.
So this is just vocal talent.
Vocal talent, vocal range. You know, this isn't necessarily even talking about their catalog.
Right.
All right, this is talking about how good they are as a singer. So,
okay.
Now what has everyone in an uproar is their top 10, okay?
Well, not just the top 10. It is the utter and total lack of some singers anywhere in the list.
Right. So, Mike, let's just start off. Name a singer who you really like, who you think belongs on the 100 list. The best singers
for vocal talent.
Vocal talent.
Freddie Mercury.
I can't imagine that he is anywhere. Oh, well, he's not there. Freddie Mercury's number 18. Okay, 18 out of 100. So not too bad. He's in the top 25%.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. Colin, give me a name.
I've already looked through the list.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just say, all right. So let me see Prince. All right. I think he had a pretty good range. All right. He is number 30. Okay.
Okay, so
30.
Dolly. Where's Dolly on the list?
Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton is not in the bottom 50. Now, would we all agree Dolly Parton is she's 73 out of 100? She's 73.
All right, vocal talent. I'm going out on a limb, and I'm just curious to see. I want to say Dave. I don't know if it'd be Dave or David Draiman or Draiman. He Draiman. He is the lead singer from the band Disturbed.
Draiman.
Yes. Probably not on the list.
Not on the list.
Okay. And I believe I think that I want to look and see like the bottom 10 just to see who we're up against here because.
Okay, now to give you an idea of some people,
Morrissey,
who probably are on the list who don't belong on the list. Bjork is number 60. Bjork ranked above Dolly Parton. Bjork. Okay. Let's see here. Who else?
Mariah Carey is only 79. Okay, that makes no sense to me, to be honest with you. Toots Hibbert. Who in the hell?
I know. I was going to ask the same question. Who the hell is Toots Hibbert? Whose key tracks are Funky Kingston, Monkey Man, and Pressure Drop. Now, I know this has nothing to say about musical reach or number of albums sold, but I still have to know who he is. He should be a name that you know.
Okay. I'm just reading that.
Yeah.
Bonnie Raitt thinks he is one of the best voices ever. But here's my question.
The woman who has who wants to give him something to talk about.
Is Bonnie Raitt on the list?
Is Bonnie Raitt? Good question.
If we're supposed to believe Bonnie Raitt.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? I did not see a huge number of.
She's not in the bottom 50. I can tell you that.
She is dead middle, 50. She's number 50.
Yeah, so she's average at best.
Yeah.
So let's go and hit that top 10.
So top 10. These are the top 10 artists These are the top 10 vocalists. At number 10, James Brown. Any complaints about that? James Brown.
Yes.
You don't like James Brown? The Godfather?
I don't feel like he was... No, I like him, but if you're talking about sheer vocal talent...
I mean, first of all, it was too hot for the hot tub.
You couldn't understand what the hell he was saying. Okay, first of all. Second of all, truthfully, his vocal range was very limited. Like, I have not heard any song that he went, like, this is where he was at. I never heard him go outside of that range at all.
Heard, and that goes up. That's higher.
That little screech
and
that don't mean shit.
You know?
You ain't actually maintaining up there. No, I don't. No. I'm sorry. I don't think he was.
That's lower.
Was he a talented entertainer and a talented performer? Yes. Was he a great vocalist? No, not in my opinion.
All right, number 9.
And I'm sure I'm pissing off people by saying that.
All right, Stevie Wonder.
People still have trouble trying to sing his songs.
I will agree. He's yes.
I mean, there is video evidence that he isn't really blind, but other than that, he can sing. All right. Number 8, Otis Redding. I don't believe he should rank this high. I like Otis. Don't get me wrong.
I agree.
I like Otis, but I don't think he should rank this high. He is not. I would not put him on the Mount Rushmore of singers. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Number 7, doesn't belong even in the top 100.
Correct.
All right.
Cannot even sing his own songs.
When everyone's impression of you goes, Bob Dylan at number 7. Good songwriter, good composer, not a good singer.
Where the priest down the roller coaster opens his eyes and the Titanic starts to rise and John the Baptist tries to harmonize with a 4-year-old hunchback sword swallower with 13 eyes in my mind.
That's Bob Dylan right there, okay?
Yeah, it's not. Yeah. It's not. That's not. No. That's talky singy. It doesn't take a lot, you know. All right, so all of us agree Bob Dylan doesn't belong. All right, number 6, much like Otis Redding, Marvin Gaye. Don't believe he belongs on here. Not this high.
He at least in the top 10. He belongs there more than Otis Redding does.
More so, I would put him in the top 50.
Yes.
I'd put him in the top half, but I wouldn't put him in the top 10. All right, John Lennon, number 5.
See, I have a problem here because a lot of times I don't know if it's him or it's Paul McCartney I'm hearing when I think of a Beatles song.
Again, I think he had some good ones, but I think people put the entire Beatles catalog under him. And, I think a lot of those songs were fairly formulaic, easy poppy.
They're only formulaic because everybody else copied the formula.
But they actually copied other people too.
A little bit, but
I just don't think. Imagine. I like that song. It's good, right?
I hate that song. Imagine is one of the worst songs
Yesterday,
ever
I like that song. But I'm just not a huge Lennon fan.
I thought. Yesterday I thought it was Paul McCartney singing.
It might be.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
And this is
that's
the
problem.
This is the problem.
The problem is, I would say, the Beatles.
Yeah, but that's not a person, right? This is a person.
Yeah,
okay,
but
yes.
So okay, but down towards the beginning of the list, they put the Everly Brothers as one entry. So
right. No.
Yeah.
Number 4, Sam Cooke.
Now they have his key tracks as A Change Is Gonna Come, Bring It On Home to Me, and You Send Me. I thought, didn't he also do Twisting the Night Away?
I thought that was Otis. Let's see here. Nope, he did. Twisting the Night Away. You're right.
Okay.
Sam Cooke. Yeah, I would have definitely said that because that shows some range between You Send Me and Twisting the Night Away. I mean, those are completely different. You're talking about a low tempo and an up tempo. At least it shows a bit of range. So Now, number 3, Elvis Presley. I find it difficult to have a top 10 where you don't have Elvis in it. But here's the problem. He is iconic. He changed the landscape. He introduced rock and roll. But was he a great singer?
Well, yes, but that's just because
nobody had sung that style before?
No, that's not the problem. Lots of people sang that style before. The problem was they were all black.
Yes.
Okay? Elvis Presley was a white guy who could sing like a black guy. That's why Elvis Presley was Elvis Presley.
Okay. Do number 3 sound about right?
No.
No. Okay. So number 2, Ray Charles.
If I had not seen the movie Ray and saw when they recorded Hit the Road Jack, the release for an album, I think it was that where he actually sang all the background vocals.
Oh, okay.
And did all his own harmonizing on an 8-track recorder. So every single voice you heard on that track was his. He sang female parts. He sang lead, all the harmonies. If I had not actually seen that and knew that actually happened, I might disagree.
Okay. All right.
But
that gives a reason why. Now,
Mama Blair is asking who put this list together, and this is Rolling Stone, and I have no idea who.
And number 1.
But yes.
Number 1, I'd love to hate this, but as a number 1, it's not horrible.
Yeah.
All right. I'd have a hard time saying she doesn't belong in the top 10, at the very least. Aretha Franklin. All right.
It's hard to argue with the one who everybody else keeps trying to sing like and failing.
Yeah. Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, all imposters of Aretha Franklin. All right.
Half the people who show up on The Voice and American Idol.
Yeah.
So I want to look and see,
but like now
some of her songs because there's some.
But what I'm interesting. Okay, so 11 Paul McCartney, 12 Little Richard, 13 got our first country artist Roy Orbison. All right, Al Green at 14, Robert Plant 15, Mick Jagger at 16, which I can't say Mick Jagger. A great voice, a gravelly voice for sure.
Well, see, that's the problem. That's what I figured out here. This is not pure singers. They're not looking for opera singers. They're looking for distinctive voices.
Yeah. Now, like Tina Turner, 17, Freddie Mercury, as we said, at 18, Bob Marley at 19, Smokey Robinson at 20, Johnny Cash at 21. Well, he was not a singer. He was a talker.
It's a distinctive.
Yeah.
I learned this is not about pure singing ability.
David Bowie, Van Morrison, Michael Jackson at 20 rounds it out at 25. So, I mean,
Mama Blair was asking where Tom Jones was on this list. I'm currently going through looking.
He was in Vegas. That's where he was, because that's where Mr. Jones stays.
Mr. Jones was actually not even in the top 50, so
he's not in the bottom 50 either.
All right,
Mr. Jones is not. Unfortunately, it's not unusual to be loved by anyone. Doesn't make its debut on the list.
And here's one of the other reasons. This is why I wanted to look it up. Like Aretha Franklin, she's got "Say a Little Prayer." Mm-hmm. Natural Woman, like those are kind of your lower tempo. Then she's got Knew You Were Waiting, Chain of Fools, a little bit higher pace, and she's got like Freeway of Love, which was kind of a good dance song that I actually had in my set list for the event on Saturday.
Well, that was her disco era, right? I mean, she adjusted her style to the time.
Yes.
Which I don't think you see from a large swath of, she stayed relevant because she evolved.
So what people are mad about are all the names missing. And it seems to be, it's heavily weighted towards dead people.
Well, yeah.
So Beyonce is not on the list at all.
Okay. Okay, but in
Adele's not on the list.
In 30 years, are we going to know who Beyonce is? Are we going to know who Adele is? Are we going to know?
We
are.
I can say you're gonna remember who Beyonce is. Adele, probably.
Yeah.
Less likely than Beyonce, yeah. But Neil Young,
yeah.
I do have to agree. Neil Young is not exactly a great singer, but like you said, Colin, I think now if you look at it as unique vocals, like you hear a Neil Young song, you know it's Neil Young.
Yeah, I think that's a bunch of what they're looking at is as soon as the person starts singing, do you know who it is? I think that goes a long ways to getting on this list.
Now, talking about greatest artist of all times. Now,
here we go.
Have you seen this clip?
Amy Winehouse.
I don't believe was on the list. Singular style, and definitely not going to get anything new from her.
Yeah, so the greatest singer of all time, according to him, is not on that list.
Well, not according to me.
According to who?
According to himself.
That's what I said. According to
himself. To himself. So,
Psy?
No. If
Weird Al.
If I was to say,
Weird Al should be on the list.
If I was to say someone came out and said, I am the greatest artist that God has ever created, who do you think that person would be?
Chad Kroeger. From Nickelback.
No. Here, I will give you a hint. I will just tell you. Hold on. See if there's a play.
Hey, come on, let's welcome Mr. Kanye West today.
They're an unlikely
no.
We can come from different worlds and celebrate each other.
The pastor and the rapper.
Hold on.
I know that God's been calling me for a long time, and the devil's been distracting me for a long time.
The rapper spoke to the thousands at Lakewood Church about his spiritual awakening over the past year, brought about amid a mental health episode. Flanked by wife Kim Kardashian and daughter North, Kanye West says he's a family man now and a changed man.
Where's his quote? Come on.
He says he's not afraid to talk about it.
Where's the
even
quote?
though he's gotten some pushback.
We get constant advertisement.
Come on.
It distracts me.
And what
Sincere is what God is using to be able to save more, that you can see how talents have become.
What do you both hope will be the lasting impact of this visit today, if there is one?
Well, you'll start. I'll start.
Yeah.
You know what the lasting impact is
He came out and actually said, and I can't find it because this clip is stupid. He actually said he is the greatest artist that God has ever created. They caught him on film saying that about himself.
In a church.
Better than, say, I don't know, Michelangelo, Da Vinci, Mozart, Bach, Beethoven, Aretha.
Yeah.
Nope. All imbeciles compared to Kanye West. You know, bigger, stronger, faster.
Now, he also said something that he is a man of God now and is not out for fame and fortune. I would like to know what Kris Jenner, a.k.a. the momager of the Kardashian clan, I would love to know what her reaction was when this statement was made. Does this mean that Kim is not going to be on Keeping Up with the Kardashians anymore? Because that's all about the fame, and that would go against her husband.
Well, this is the same man who said this, all right?
Protecting New Orleans. The landscape of the city has changed dramatically, tragically, and perhaps irreversibly. There's now over 25 feet of water where there was once city streets and thriving neighborhoods.
Now that's Mike Myers.
I hate the way they portray us in the media. If you see a black family, it says they're looting. See a white family, it says they're looking for food. And you know it's been 5 days because most of the people are black. And even for me to complain about, I would be a hypocrite because I've tried to turn away from the TV because it's too hard to watch. I've even been shopping before even giving a donation. So now I'm calling my business manager right now to see what is the biggest amount I can give. And just to imagine if I was if I was down there, and those are my people down there. So anybody out there that wants to do anything that we can help with the setup, the way America is set up to help the poor, the black people, the less well off as slow as possible. I mean, this is Red Cross is doing everything they can. We already realize a lot of the people that could help are at war right now, fighting another way, and they've given them permission to go down and shoot us.
George Bush hates black people.
In many ways, more profoundly devastating is the lasting damage to the survivors' will to rebuild and remain in the area. The destruction of the spirit of the people of southern Louisiana and Mississippi may end up being the most tragic loss of all.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
And that is when Mike Myers just said, please, God, let me have an embolism right now.
And then it goes to Chris Rock, who was just getting something out of the fridge. And they went, we're cutting to you. We're going to you real quick. Right now. Kanye's off his meds.
Mike Myers like, I'm Canadian, eh?
I love it. Oh, I love it. It's so great. Greatest artist of all time.
So
right there.
So just a reminder.
Yes.
That next time we will be doing our movies, which were Chef and Dudes and Dragons.
Yes.
Now I have
I'm sorry, this came through. Karen Carpenter was on the list. I did see her name. So I don't remember where exactly. I apologize. The Twitch messages seem to be coming in slow.
So our movies are Chef and Dudes and Dragons. I have received a listener review of Chef.
Oh, great.
I will read next time.
Okay.
And so if any other listeners want to do their own reviews, please send them in.
They're more than welcome to.
Was it who I think it was?
Yes.
Okay, good. Awesome.
Oh, by the way, also, our next show will actually be after Thanksgiving.
Which is good. And will also be when we will officially open up the 2020 Celebrity Death Pool entries.
Oh, God.
It's already that time. It's already that time.
Oh, come on.
So next episode we'll probably have to review.
Were you hoping we weren't going to do it again, Mike?
No, it wasn't that. It's just good Lord, I haven't.
Just sneaks up on you, don't it? Okay. I actually have an idea that might make it a little bit easier on us this year. So we might do it slightly differently, but I think it might make it life easier on particularly you. But we'll see.
Everybody has to pick names that were already used this year?
No, just a way that we can enter it and it can be a little bit easier for Mike to get the data.
That part I don't care about.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't. This year is when I started compiling the master list. So any celebrity that has ever been selected, I have a record of.
Okay. And by that, folks, you'll be able to see on Thanksgiving, you will be able to go to our site and see all the information about Celebrity Death Pool. The basic idea is that you pick 5 people that you think are going to kick the bucket before the end of 2020. Now, the contest will officially start on January 1st of 2020, and it will run the entire year. We have a couple of late deaths that we have to get recorded into the books, and so by the next show, we will tell you what the official standings are for this year. But we'll only have 1 month left on the 2019 Celebrity Death Pool, and we're already talking about changes to the prizes, so it's going to be make it much better for you guys. And we'll have all those details on the next show, so don't miss the next show for PTR Radio, which if you want to keep up to date on all that stuff, the best thing to do is to just keep in touch with the show, and by doing that, you can just look for us anywhere out there at PTR Radio on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch now.
What was there a death that I missed?
No, I'm just slow.
Oh, okay, because I was going to say, I can give you the standings as of right now.
Okay.
Jamie is in the lead with 125.32 points.
Okay.
Yours truly is in second with 80.34. Red Rhino in third with 77.34. And then we're down into the 50s. Colin and Shaggy, you guys are both at 1 point.
Doesn't surprise me. So anyway, folks, we'll be back in about 2 weeks. I actually have to talk to you guys about if we need to reschedule next time or not.
Okay.
So it may not be on Monday. It may be rescheduled for some other time that week, but we'll be back in approximately 2 weeks. Keep an eye on our social media channels. That is Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch, and we will let you guys know when we'll be back on. As always, just subscribe, and that way you'll get an alert when we go online. So I don't have anything coming up until February now, but come February, I will be hosting, running the Trivia Night at the Springfield Convention Center, the largest trivia night in the entire Midwest. So last year we had over 1,200 people attend. And this year they've given me an extra 2 hours of stage time. So make sure that you come up and get your picture, autograph, whatever. There was such a crowd last time, they said that they needed to give me more time because people were disappointed and complaining that they didn't have enough time for selfies with me. So they've adjusted the schedule, and so now doors open at 5, and the trivia doesn't start until 7. So, hey, come get your picture. They're free.
When is this?
This is February 1st, actually. February 1st, 2020.
February 1st. You need a guest DJ.
Yeah. Well, that's actually one of the things I'm going to be doing is they hired me as a celebrity DJ. So much like, Mike Sarantino, when he, goes up and does his thing. So, it's charity, so I waived the celebrity fee. I'm just taking the regular fee. But, it's the least I can do for the community.
Yeah, you still want your M&Ms with all of the red M&Ms removed.
Yes, exactly. So that's what I'm going to be doing next. Colin, how about you? Anything
Nothing.
coming up? Nope. No Disney appearances?
There will be Disney appearances and Disney appearances.
Okay.
Yes.
Mike, now that you're done with shenanigans, what's on the calendar next? I mean, you got private parties you're going to be doing?
Well, nothing booked yet, but my calendar is filling up. I believe the 6th or 7th, I will be at Bubba's 33 in Old Bridge for a Dine to Donate supporting the animal rescue. I'll be there selling gift cards, which make great stocking stuffers, and hand out autographs while I'm at it.
Yeah. Hey, those make great presents. I don't know how many of those I've done for people.
I will say that my wife got shot. I got shot down by my wife, the event planner, as far as putting autographed pictures underneath the chair at each table, as far as giving away the centerpieces. Instead, I had to go out and just find a whole bunch of winner memes and print them out and put them. I was a little upset by that, but that's okay.
That's all right. So, folks, thank you again for listening to PTR Radio. Check out the website, ptrradio.com, to get subscribed to the podcast feed and check out all of our previous episodes, as well as if you're not able to tune in live, you can always catch up that way. So, with that said, I'm Shaggy.
I'm Colin.
I am Mike the Apeman.
Stick a fork in us, folks. We are done. Later.